This year, I made a gingerbread townhouse, Victorian style, and I built a model out of cardboard to make sure that I got the right size, the right style, and the right proportions. The next step was buying the ingredients. Because I'm using a structural gingerbread recipe, I required about 20 pounds of all purpose flour, some brown sugar, corn syrup, and in this case, I'm using some dark corn syrup because I like the color that it gives when baked. It's that dark, rich gingerbread color. I added some spices, your typical spices for gingerbread: ginger, cloves, and cinnamon. And because, again, this recipe, it's about structural, really rigid gingerbread, it required margarine, not butter. Once the gingerbread was rolled out evenly, I cut the patterns, I cut the windows, and I baked each panel. And the great thing about this recipe is that the gingerbread doesn't spread, so it stays pretty accurate as the original panel, which makes it a lot easier when you're assembling each piece. There was a total about 85 pieces complete to put this entire project together. And it was really important that each piece stayed labeled and organized just for easy assembling and decorating. The next step was pouring the melted sugar into the windows, and I used a combination of sugar, corn syrup, and water, measured at about 265 degrees, and it came out beautiful, this amber, gorgeous colored glass that appeared in each one of the windows. Very smooth and very easy to pipe on top of to create each window pane. I was very happy with the results. The next step was assembling the entire piece, and I used some royal icing that was very, very thick and acted as almost as a cement to put the whole piece together and to make sure it was secure. I did some additional piping details. I used some fondant for trim, and I even used some sugar pearl dragees as a trim that really made the piece look elegant, and it pulled it all together. The entire piece came out absolutely beautiful. I was very satisfied with the end results, and I even used grape stems that was dipped in royal icing to create the landscape details around the entire piece.